We're good here. Let me just move my fat freaking face out of the way so we can see those giant freaking cola tops. What? High CPU usage, my ass. Every time I move a window around, my computer freaks out. I don't know why that is. So I didn't get high enough on the last show. I was so busy yapping away like I like to do. I'm a yapper. I was yapping, doing a little yapping. Rob McNeil, Shelly, John, J-Bone. What's up, guys? Hello, welcome back. Yes, we got cut off. And it took me a while, but I got really good news about what took me so long to come back to you guys. What took me so long to get back was after I got cut off, and that's a whole other story, and I'll tell you about what happened. After I got cut off, I had my cell phone and I was messing around with some software to try to transfer files off my cell phone because my cell phone, I couldn't do anything else with my cell phone. It was full of data and I couldn't figure out how to transfer the files over to my computer. I ended up using this piece of software called AnyDesk, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I fumbled my way through it and I figured it out, and I could bulk select all of my fucking big files on my cell phone and just transfer them over, and then right from AnyDesk I was able to delete them all off my cell phone in just a matter of minutes. And here I am, and my cell phone is all clear. I'm so happy. And all the videos have been transferred over to this computer. Hey, Beezle! Beezle! Oh, Beezle! Oh, Beezle! Beezle! Yeah, my Beezle! Hey, Mike, what's up? Oh, he's yawning. Oh, he's a terrific. I'm giving him a hug. Oh, I love giving him a hug. You know that? Because you're beautiful, boy. Because you're beautiful. I wish I was a strain trending A, I'd buy. I wish there was a strain trending A, I'd buy it. It's like, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl in a cell, I would call her. Austin, hug him for me. Hey, heavy chick. Oh, look at the face. Look at the face. Oh, look at the face. What a face. What a face on this boy. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. Big boy. Big boy. Big boy. Hey, Hash. Okay, big boy wants down. Okay. Big boy. Such a big boy. What you got? Where's the toy? Such a big boy. What you got? Where's the toy? What do we got here?
Hi, Rogan. I'm your friend. I like to talk to you. I'm up here now. I'm your friend. Hi, oh, you bite me in my face. Why can't I talk anymore?
Okay, so I had to move this. I was doing all kinds of stuff. You guys, psst, I have a lot to tell you. Anyhow, I got the beautiful thing is I got that phone cleared off, and that software, AnyDesk, I think it's free. Man, let me tell you something. Do you guys remember back in Windows 7, Windows XP, when you had data on your phone and you wanted to transfer it over to your operating system? You just take the USB cable, plug it into your USB port on your computer, take the little fucking end that plugs into your smartphone, plug it into your smartphone, and bing, your phone shows up like another hard drive on your computer, like it's supposed to. Oh, but not Windows 10. No, I'm sorry. When you plug your phone in on Windows 10, do you know what happens? Absolutely fucking dickhole. That's what fucking happens. Absolutely fucking dickhole. Why? Because Windows 10 sucks my dick. Just like YouTube does. Just like Twitter does. Just like Facebook does. Just like all social media platforms do. Oh, did I scare some of you off? Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I won't yell anymore. I'm so sorry for my scaring. Did my scary yelling scare you away? I won't yell, okay? How about that? I'll be nice, okay? But now when you plug your phone into Windows 10, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. That doesn't show up as a drive. You can't click on anything. No, none of that. So you have to find other software just so you can transfer your data onto your computer from your phone. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Doesn't that make you all happy? So, you know, I've gone through different forms of software and searching on the internet and whatever, and I didn't have time today. And I was just like, man, I think this AnyDesk software has file transfer on it, but I've never used it before. It's not obvious where the button is or whatever. But you know what the button for file transfer is? It's a square with an arrow pointing up or down inside the square. And I realized that when you look at AnyDesk, it literally has that icon staring you right in the face. And I've never clicked on it before. I clicked on it and it brought up two windows. My computer, my cell phone. And I could navigate through it all and then select the files I wanted and hit transfer. And it moved the fucking files over. And it did it fast. And the phone wasn't even plugged into the computer. It did it wirelessly, and I moved 20 gigabytes in fucking less than 20 minutes. I moved 20 gigabytes of data. And then I was able to go take a video with my phone just to make sure it fucking worked. There's some turkey, wild turkey, out in my yard right now, and I went and I took a video of them. Press number 1 if you want to see my silly little wild turkey video. All right, I'm going to pack this. I'm going to pack this. I'm definitely going to pack this. I'm going to pack this. I'm going to pack this ball. Cancel nay. No. That's my fucking hashtag. I want you guys to hashtag that just like Seth did. Seth, this bong rip is for you for hitting the hashtag cancel nay. I want everybody to hashtag cancel nay on the internet. Send it everywhere, man. Send it to Jimmy Dore. Send it to Michael Malice. Send it to fucking everybody. Hashtag cancel nay. And let them all come out. Oh, there goes my chair. Isn't that weird? It's like my mom used to say, you sneeze on the truth. My chair goes down on the truth. And the truth loves it. Okay, this bud is the moist one. Oh, it smells so freaking good, though. We can't wait to try it. We'll keep the cap on that. Yes, please, you guys, hashtag cancel nay. Capital C, little A-N-C-E-L, then capital N, capital A, capital Y. All right? Capital C, Ansel, then capital N, capital A, capital Y. Hashtag that shit everywhere. Cancel nay, because that's what the fuck they've been doing, and people need to fucking find out about it. It started with me. This whole thing started with me back in late 2011, early 2012. Okay? And I saw this coming, and I've been screaming about it. And now it's happening, and we're going to go back to this Jimmy Dore video. We got shut down. I tried to show it to you. But I'm going to go back to it, and we're going to watch this Jimmy Dore video, and you can see literally now the frustration now that podcasters realize it's like a virus that's just creeping and it's just getting to everybody and they can't stop it. And when it was affecting just a few of us, nobody gave a fuck. It's kind of like when the COVID started in China and America was like, oh yeah, Donald Trump was like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was going, dude, this is bad. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever. And then, yeah, sure enough, the whole world got infected, right? And now the chickens have come home to roost. And, you know, this is when you ignore a problem. Like you got a little spot on your skin and you ignore it. It's getting worse and it's getting worse. And it can kill you, right? When I contacted everybody about this and they all ignored me for whatever the reasons were, and it could be totally innocent reasons, but this is what happened because back then nobody cared. When I was screaming and yelling about it, nobody saw me, nobody listened. You know, like I said, it could be innocent, it could have been that they didn't like me, it could have been that they just didn't care because it didn't affect them. But now watch this.
For Biden. You know, Hunter Biden is an energy expert, which is why he was on an energy board in the Ukraine, a country the United States just helped overthrow. Anyway, New York Post has the story. So the New York Post got a hold of some secret emails. Somehow it funneled through Rudolph Giuliani, of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they got a hold of these emails that showed Hunter Biden being, the sleazy bag influence peddler that he is, right? The Bidens are all corrupt. Ukrainian exec thanked Hunter Biden for opportunity to meet the VTAB. But this isn't the whole story. The bigger story is that this story is being censored by Facebook and Twitter. So let's get into it. The never-before-revealed meeting is mentioned in a message of appreciation from an advisor to the board of Burisma, that's that energy company in Ukraine, sent Hunter Biden on April 17, 2015, about a year after Hunter joined the Burisma board at a salary of up to $50K a month. I heard it was 80, but we'll see. Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving me an opportunity to meet your father and spend some time together. It's really an honor and a pleasure, the email reads. An earlier email from May 24th also shows Burisma's number 3 executive asking Hunter for advice on how you could use your influence on the company's behalf. And here's Joe Biden being asked about it.
What is your role as vice president in charge of policy in Ukraine, in your son's job in Ukraine? How is that not a conflict of interest?
It's not a conflict of interest. There's been no indication of any conflict of interest from Ukraine or anywhere else. Period. I'm not gonna respond to that. Let's focus on the problem. Focus on this man, what he's doing, that no president has ever done. No president.
Look over here. Look over here. Look over
So
here.
that's all they got to say. He won't answer the question about it.
What about his?
No, there's no conflict of interest.
And look over
He
here.
just says it.
Look away. Don't look at me.
He just says it.
He's such a dick.
So when he said that, they all do that. They all yell at the press when they're asked a question. Trump does that. Nancy Pelosi does it. Joe Biden does it. They're all Donald Trump. Joe Biden is the moral superior of no one, including Donald Trump. Nancy Pelosi is the moral superior of no one, including Donald Trump. They're all Donald Trump.
Vice president in charge of policy in Ukraine, in your son's job in Ukraine. How is that not a conflict?
How is that not a conflict
It's
of
not a
interest?
conflict of interest. There's been no indication of any conflict of interest.
There's been no indication. The indication would be, Joe, that you're the vice president in charge of Ukraine policy for the United States, and your son has a job in the Ukraine, a no-show job for $50K a month on an energy board. That would be it. That'd be the indication. Walking death rattle. Twitter, Facebook clamped down. Now here's the real story. We know Joe Biden is corrupt. We know his kid is corrupt. We know his kid peddled influence for money through his father, the vice president. We know this happened. But the real story is, now Twitter and Facebook are censoring that story before they even fact check it. They're going to go, it sounds sketchy, so we're gonna limit that story. Here's what you do. If you really are afraid that that story is not real, you then hire somebody to check it out and write their own report about the story, and then you put your report up. You don't censor somebody else's story. Otherwise, Facebook is being a publisher. So the reason why, if somebody writes something in a book that's defamatory, that you can prove in court, a civil court, and receive damages from the guy who wrote it, the reason why you sue the guy who wrote it is because you can't sue the guy who sold it. So you can't sue the bookstore, but you can sue the guy who wrote it and the publisher. So now Facebook, and so the reason why you can't sue the bookstore is because the bookstore isn't publishing those and they're not writing them, they're just selling them. They're just a platform for sales. They're not a publisher, they're a retailer. So that's different. Facebook is also trying to say they are not a publisher. So you can't sue them when something goes up on their website that hurts you personally.
You agree?
But they are a publisher. So now they're curating what goes on their website. So now they're taking responsibility for the content of the books in their store. They're taking responsibility for the content of the books in their store, which means you can now sue them. They should be sued. But they won't be because the government's going to protect them. Why? Because Facebook and Twitter work for the government. They work with the CIA and the FBI. They don't work against them. They work with them. That's why. So Twitter took action on Wednesday by preventing users from sharing links to the story in tweets or direct messages. The decision was made based on the platform's hacked materials policy, a spokesperson for Twitter told The Hill. The same policy was implemented over the summer to ban links to a trove of hacked police documents called Blue Links. So they're exposing, again, so somebody comes along and does actual journalism and Facebook squashes it.
Hey, Josh. Cheers, Kerry.
According to the policy discussion of hacks, including reporting on a hack or sharing press coverage of hacking, that according to the policy, so the policy at Facebook is that including reporting on a hack or sharing press coverage of hacking does not violate their rules. So the Twitter spokesman, so this doesn't violate their rules, and they're not telling you what rule it violates. The Twitter by the post reporting is not included under that exemption. Facebook also took action to limit the article's spread, but offered few details regarding those steps. So they need to be regulated now. They need to be making into a public utility now, Facebook.
That's the point.
Facebook and Google account for 70 to 80%.
That's the point, okay? And he's been making this point for a long time, and I understand that when, and this is what I've been tweeting about this morning, and you guys that follow me on Twitter know this. When you look at Twitter and you look at Facebook, you have to realize that they're private companies and they set their own rules and they can enforce them however they wish. And when I decided to get on YouTube, and I did so well, and when they shut me down and I thought, hey man, I need to sue this company or blah, 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 I quickly found out it's a private company. They can do what they want. They set the rules. And so what Jimmy is saying is, if these companies were public, they would be regulated, right? And they would have to adhere to the same rules as regular old journalists have to adhere to today. Or corporations that, you know, are involved in publishing. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg or Jack are interested in selling their, you know, private companies out to the public. I mean, if they did, they would be even more wealthy, you know, because anytime a company goes public, it increases the value of the stock. They obviously don't want to do it. They obviously have their reasons, right? So this is, as my plight was fruitless and pointless when I reached out to Jimmy, now I have to sit here and watch Jimmy as he reaches out to all of humanity to say the very thing I said. You know, you don't fucking just control information because you don't agree with it. Hey man, I was ground zero. I was victim number one.
Of all the news people read in the United States.
We could have stopped this a long time ago.
So that's dangerous. That's unhealthy for a democracy. Do you see the democracy we're living in? That's because of that. That's because 6 companies control all the fucking information in this country. And now, Google and Facebook control 70 to 80% of all the news read by people. They can control an election, they can control a government, they can control a culture, they can control a country. They have way too much influence. Way too much. And that should be broken up in the interest of the electorate. And now you're just letting the people who control all the news information to decide what is news and what isn't.
Hey, we shouldn't block the shelf, should we?
This is the guy from Facebook. He says, while I will intentionally not link to the New York Post, I want to be clear that this story is eligible to be fact-checked by Facebook's third-party fact-checking partners. That's that guy from CNN. So they'll hire a hack from CNN who lies to you about Syria, Libya, and everything else, and he's going to fact-check people. Or they'll get a guy from the military. They had a guy from the military and a guy from CNN fact-checking this show. Again, CNN doesn't get to fact-check me. I fact-check you. You don't judge me, I judge you.
I love that.
In the meantime, we are reducing its distribution on our platform. We're censoring. We're censoring a news article from a newspaper.
But reducing sounds so much better,
Yeah.
Jimmy. I like the way it sounds. Doesn't sound nefarious
So-
whatsoever.
In the meantime, we are reducing the First Amendment and freedom.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. We're going to reduce your freedom.
Do you guys notice that throughout this entire rant, Steph hadn't chuckled one time? Yeah, she does that little chuckle in the background after everything Jimmy says. Not a peep. You guys notice that? And all of a sudden you realize, whoa, Steph's right there.
According to data from CrowdTangle, which is owned by Facebook, the link to the Post story has received more than 245,000 interactions on the platform despite Facebook's intervention. Laughing out loud thinking about Twitter and Facebook applying these standards to the New York Times report or the Washington Post anonymous sourcing. They'll never do that. What about the New York Times and Washington Post bullshit story about that Russia was giving bounties for Afghans to kill them? That was completely made up bullshit. Did they fact check that? No. They'll never do that to the New York Times or the Washington Post. You're going to find garbage, bullshit, 100% false propaganda stories on the front page of the New York Times and Washington Post every day. You know the star reporter for the Washington Post was a pro-Iraq war cheerleader, Dave Weigel? How did he get this job to be the star reporter for the Washington Post? He used to do cheer on war. He ran pro-war rallies for the Iraq war. Oh, what is your qualifications to be the writer for the Washington Post? Did you do any pro-war rallies? You're hired. That's the fucking people that write for the Washington Post and the New York Times. Garbage people.
Jimmy's so fucking mad.
Anybody worth their shit gets fired from those places. And Facebook will never do this to New York Times. The next time they lie to you into a war, they're not going to do that. The next time they lie to you about Syria gas attacks, New York Times straight up lied to you about gas attacks. Straight up. Page after page. They won an award for their false reporting on Syria. That's true. The vice president's son doing coke and getting a no-show job in Ukraine would be a lot funnier if that kind of Western-led corruption was not responsible for gutting the country over the past 30 years. Every fucking story about Russiagate would have to be flagged because it's completely false and unsourced. Every story about Russiagate would have to be flagged and censored, or their distribution would be reduced, as Orwell would say. If they, at every Russiagate story, because everyone was false and everyone used unsourced information. Everyone. The Steele dossier, unsourced and false. But they don't do that to that. This is selective censorship. It would be one thing if it was uniformly imposed. It's not. It's selective.
Sounds like he's talking about my show. It's funny, right?
This is Glenn Greenwald. He says, you're seeing the immense, unchallengeable, unaccountable power of Silicon Valley giants over the flow of information. Imagine if Google joins in. What's so amazing is that they never wanted this role. It was foisted on them by people, led by journalists demanding they censor. I know people in the news business that cheer on Facebook and Twitter censorship. People who sit at the top of media companies, news media companies, who say to me, well, what are they supposed to have to do something? Nope.
You know, sometimes, oh, by the way, the website is up. I want to thank you guys that started ordering again from the website. Do you know that every time I rub triage oil, not every time, but many times I should say that I rub triage oil into my pain. Hey, Lid, what's up? Trump 2020, yay. Every time I rub triage oil into my pain, or many times I do, the pain will go away almost instantly, and then I'll be like, did it even hurt? You know, was it in my head? It makes it go away so good sometimes, you know? You're like, wow, my neck was really, I guess I slept on it wrong. Yeah, Lid, I don't know what you mean by that. Grow the fuck up, maybe?
No, they fucking don't.
Ugh.
That's like saying, well, Barnes and Nobles, they have to black out some of the sentences in some of the books, right? Don't they have to? Doesn't Barnes and Noble, doesn't Borders Books have to black out some of the pages in some of the books? That was a lawyer.
I just realized that's somebody's
Who was the head of a media
I just
company.
realized she's telling somebody to come to the live stream. So thank you for doing that, Lid. Let me just say this: can you imagine going through life with that name, Dick Shooter? Poor Dick. What's up, son? I hope you're here, man. What a name, huh? Dick Shooter. You imagine you're in 6th grade, you know, 7th grade, and they call your name in the very first day of class. Dick Shooter?
But he said that to me.
Am I saying that right?
I'm a pothead comedian. And I have a better grasp on these
I need a
issues than people
massage,
who went to
Gary.
a fucking
Come give me
Ivy League law school.
Come give me a massage. I need one. No longer got to get
Because it doesn't take intelligence to see through this. It takes clarity and courage. It is amazing to see people on the left who cannot wait for censorship. They welcome censorship. And the only thing I can think of, it's out of an extreme naivete. Extreme. Complete lack of sense of history.
Or fictional books like 1984.
And now Twitter and Facebook are just another extension of the CIA.
Like, did you not read George
They're just
Orwell?
another extension of the FBI and the CIA.
Did you not see the movie Brazil? You know, go fucking...
And
This has
what's
been
wrong?
ridiculous.
What's wrong if they start censoring Alex Jones?
happening?
Well, it gets people used to censorship. I'll tell you that. It certainly does. And now I'll guarantee you, every asshole, every blue check Hollywood asshole on Twitter, I bet you Andy Richter is puffing up his fucking fat chest about this today, going, "That's good. More censorship," because he'll never say anything that's dangerous or outside the bounds of fucking polite society, because he'll lose his TV show.
Hey, Jeff.
So that's why he'll be pro-censorship and guys like that.
I want another splash of Covfefe. Splash time. This is a great
That's why
ring.
they don't say a goddamn thing about Julian Assange.
How much
That's
time?
why they won't. If they're not cheerleading this, they won't say anything about it.
We got plenty of time. Covfefe.
Let's see all the fucking free speech guys. Let's see Judd Apatow screaming about free speech. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Let's see Bill Maher screaming about free speech. That's not going to happen. Bill Maher is a bought and sold fucking neoliberal right-wing tool. Pro-war, bloodthirsty imperialist. That's what passes for a lefty comedian in the United States. That's Bill Maher. A right-wing, bloodthirsty imperialist who thinks Medicare for all is a fucking crazy, some crazy hippie idea. So here we go. It's here. Censorship's here, and everybody's cool with it.
Here we go.
And I can't wait for it. I'm sure Jack will never go back on fucking Joe Rogan. You know, Jack follows me on Twitter. He'll follow me on Twitter. He won't come on this fucking show. I'll guarantee you that. He'll never answer an actual question. He went on Joe Rogan, got dismantled by Joe fucking Rogan. So, here you go. Here you go. Glenn Greenwald's exactly right. And where is that call coming for censorship? It's coming from the left. It's coming from the pretend left. They're not real. If you call for censorship, you're not a lefty. If you want Carlos Maza, if you go along with Carlos Maza or anybody calling for any censorship anywhere, you're not a lefty. That's a right-wing position. Censorship is right-wing bullshit. And if you call for censorship or deplatforming, that's called right-wing authoritarianism. And there's a big authoritarianism streak that runs on people who consider themselves on the left. Their knee-jerk is, oh, deplatform that guy! Deplatform him!
Shadow ban fam.
That comes out of grown-ups' mouths in front of a camera when someone says something they disagree with. Oh, deplatform that guy! Deplatform him! And you think you're on the left? You're not. You're a dumb lemming, and you're a fucking authoritarian. And so here it is. This is the culmination of all the people who pushed for. Here it is. Now they're just straight up censoring news stories. Just straight up censoring news stories.
Censored me.
And if that news story is bogus, write a fucking editorial and post it. That's what you do. You don't take down someone else's fucking opinion or news story. And you certainly don't let an unelected, unaccountable bureaucrat, billionaire in Silicon Valley decide what is censorship and what isn't. That's who's deciding. There's no board. There's no citizen-appointed fucking... There's nothing. There's nothing. New York Post doesn't go to court and go, hey, you can't censor. They don't get to do that. No. Unaccountable billionaires in bed with the fucking CIA and the FBI. That's who's controlling the information in the United States. Do you think that's healthy for democracy or unhealthy for democracy? Let's see if the executive producer of The Simpsons, let's see if Dana Gould has anything to say about this. I'm going to guess not. None of those motherfuckers know what's going on in the real world. They're all millionaires. They have no idea. Trump bothers them on TV. But this kind of shit, they're going to be either cheering this on or silent about it. Let's see where's Keith Olbermann on this? Where's Bill Maher on this? Where's the loudest Russiagators in the world on this? Where are the
Carrie, do you have my triage oil? Let me know.
loudest Russiagators in the world?
Did you guys hear that?
Where are they on this?
What's up, buddy?
Where are they on Nancy Pelosi snapping at a reporter, Wolf Blitzer, for just asking a question of Nancy Pelosi? And Nancy Pelosi snaps on Wolf Blitzer like Donald Trump. How did your lefty news show...
Let me see what you said, hippie chick. Trump is after them for censorship also. Under 230. Trump is after them for censorship also. I don't think that's an opinion. I basically thought you knew that, right? That's true, right? Oh, you don't have my triage oil, Carrie? Come get some, girl.
report that? Was your lefty news show on the side of the reporter asking a powerful person a question for the first time in 5 years? Or was your news show on the side of the fucking corrupt politician who was fucking you in the middle of COVID? That would be pretty interesting. That's a real eye-opener. Because they're the same people who cheer on this shit. They're the same people who cheered on censorship. Well, what's the matter if they censor Alex Jones? If they censor someone I don't like, that's okay, right?
Very important, guys. Very important. All right, let's do a poll. Look. All right. Who gave a fuck when they censored Alex Jones? And look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Press number 1 if you if you gave a fuck. And press number 2 if you were like me and you didn't give a fuck because you didn't like Alex Jones and you didn't like the fact that he was lying to his audience. Hey man, I was there back then, okay? This guy, the man who spat on Alex Jones, turned me from a 2 back then into a 1 today. And now I realize the error of my ways from listening to this man right here, Jimmy Dore. Right? I didn't give a fuck about Alex Jones. Oh, you guys did give a fuck? When they censored Alex Jones, they deplatformed him? You guys cared? I didn't give a fuck about Alex Jones because he was lying to his audience. Now I realize some people need to be lied to. Some people want to be lied to. And you know what? Who am I to say?
People cheering on censorship are people who know they'll never say anything that offends the power structure that needs them to be censored. Guys with MSNBC contracts are never going to have to be censored by YouTube or Google or Twitter or Facebook. They're never going to say anything that's censorable, ever. So that's why they're for stuff like this. That's why they say stuff like, deplatform him, deplatform him. And a jagoff pothead comedian in the studios of the Young Turks 5 fucking years ago warned people about this shit. And it's still happening. Okay, so now you guys are just, everybody's going to be cool with Mark Zuckerberg being the gatekeeper of who gets to see things and who doesn't. What news gets reported and what doesn't?
It's true. I mean, look. Companies are private. If you want them public, make them public. I don't know how you go about doing it. It's not my company. You know, you want to appeal to Jack. You want to appeal to Mark Zuckerberg. You want to start a campaign asking them to open up public so that there can be some regulation. If Jimmy Dore really believes that the federal government of the United States of America is going to do a better job at regulating what goes on Twitter or Facebook, be my guest, guys. We're basically we're fucked if we do, and we're fucked if we don't, and we're fucked if we try to do it another way. We are fucked every way I look at it. I don't see a way through this. And I think Jimmy is just missing that little point right now. Jimmy, are you suggesting that we hand this over to the feds? Is that who you want controlling the information right now? Really? I mean, all Mark Zuckerberg and Jack did was point everyone's attention to this article. And if you want to see this article, you're going to go seek it out and read it. Now, you would have never heard of it if it weren't for Jack and Mark Zuckerberg. So let me just say this. You know, I've learned to live under the rule of Mark Zuckerberg and Jack and Google for years, okay? Since 2012, 2013, when I got ass fucked for doing what I thought I should be doing, I realized that, hey man, this is the rule that I am forced to live under. And now the chickens have come home to roost, and I think it's going to be time for people like Jimmy Dore to realize, hey man, it's not as bad as it could be, but doing what I think you're trying to do here is going to be way worse than the way we got it now. I mean, if I can deal with it, if I'm still treading water on social media, and I am, here I am. You guys are watching me live right now. Iceman, what's up, son? You want to smoke? I got my glass going. I got my bongs going, son. Psst, I'm ready to go. What? Flower now.
70% of people, America gets their news from Facebook and Google.
Cheers, guys. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is for all. Cyber style. Ice. Cheers, brother.
Okay,
Happy
welcome to
710.
Brazil, you blue check motherfuckers. You stupid assholes. Dumb on fucking purpose. You went to law school and you're cheering on fucking censorship? You asshole. It's like Barack Obama repealing habeas corpus. You're all morally bankrupt. You all live in a neoliberal fucking bubble. Barack Obama knew exactly what he was doing when he handed off the spying powers to Donald Trump. He knew exactly what he was doing. They're all corrupt criminals. Hey everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is where I tell you we join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.
Hello, fishy. Nathan Lawrence says this guy got all the hoes. I'd settle for just one good one. Fishy is Stooks. Okay, what's up, Stooks, my boy? Right on. Oh, God. I'm glad I didn't block you, bro. For not knowing who you were. You know? So, new news. I've got some news. Roxer news. Hey, buddy. You guys are... I was giving you some Roxer news and my, my chair goes down. Isn't that funny? Now it's just going down at will. Anyhow, Roxer news. Today could be the day that I get the part that I replace under my hood. It's an intake valve. It's on the turbo line, I believe. And today could very well be the day that I get my power back so I can climb hills full power. And if I could do that, then I'm comfortable of driving anywhere on the road because it's totally street legal, but it doesn't have that fucking power that it needs. So it'll be interesting when I replace these parts, and it'll be interesting to see when I pull that part off to see how misaligned where that leak supposedly is when I can actually sight it up and maybe see there won't be a gasket. I'm replacing it with two parts that are double gasketed that are supposed to just be complete seal and end a big issue that these vehicles have. Can you take us up the mountain, please? Teresa, I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, look who just spilled all of his toys on the floor. Toys, 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 toys. In the attic, toys, toys, toys. In the attic, toys, toys, toys. On the floor, it's from the dog. His toys are on the floor. What's up, buddy? What you got? What you got there? You got a toy? Let's see what you got. Which one you gonna get? Oh, look at all the toys! Wow! Which toy you gonna get? Look! Oh, there's a bone. There's that. Look at the bone. You got the bone. You got the tile, and you got the bubble thing, and you got the plastic thing, and you got the ducky thing. Oh, you got it all. Toys! In the Attic Toys. It's a great song. Better song than movie, I bet. I love that bass line. Your dog's cute. Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. He is just adorable, isn't he? This I like to call him Piglet. My little Piglet. 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 Who's my Piglet? You're gonna ignore me. Bees. Bees. Are you the Piglet? You're a good little Piglet. Oh, God. You know, man. Look at how cute that dog is. Lights, forces, scream, nothing screams, feel that scream. Toys, 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 in the attic, toys. What a great song, man. Why haven't I ever learned that song? You guys know that song? Do you know that song in Adam's Apple? That song Adam's Apple by Aerosmith? Well, my chair, man. I think I'm giving up, man. I think I'm just going to be a little guy down here now. I'm cool. It's all cool, man. I'm staying down here. I know the Addams Family song. It's called Adam's Apple, and it's by Aerosmith, and I think it's in Toys. I think the song is on the album Toys in the Attic. I believe it's on that album. They've got, that album is really good. It is a really good album. That Aerosmith album is really fucking good. You love the blanket? This, let me tell you, Stooks, this blanket was a gift from my neighbor who she's allergic to coconut oil, right? So, Mark, you know, my buddy that comes over here, he said, yeah, he's like, you know, she can't put coconut oil on her skin. She's allergic to it. I go, that sucks, bro. He's like, she wants to know if you can just give her some of the base and she's going to mix it with shea oil or shea butter. I was like, yeah, sure, man. So I gave her a small jar, you know, with some oil, and I told them how much I put in mine, and she made it, and it helps her so much. She loves it. And one day, I think, I can't remember, I think I was in the Roxer, and I believe I was over there because I was drilling holes in the back of the Roxer to put my lights in, you know, and my neighbor, I went to all my neighbors trying to find somebody who had the right kind of drill bit. And finally, my buddy down the street, Gary, he had it. And he's like, there you go. So I used it. I came back, hung out for a little bit. The neighbor, wife comes out. We're all just standing around talking. She goes, don't leave. She's like, I've got something for you. And I go, okay. You know that Mark had told me like a week or two ago, he's like, by the way, she's got something for you. He's like, a gift for you, and big surprise, whatever. Just so you know. I was like, okay, and I totally forgot about it. This was like 2 weeks ago. And now she was like coming out, and she had this beautiful Afghan with this cannabis leaf pattern on it. And she said, do you know what my daughter said to me? I said, what? She said, Mom, you know those are all cannabis leaves on there? And she's like, yeah, I got this for someone in particular who will really appreciate it. And she handed it to me, and and then I felt it. I was like, oh my God, it was so thick and heavy. Oh, it's so nice. It's got plaid pattern, green and black on the other side. Two like Afghans sewn together, so it's really heavy. Then it's got these really heavy flanges all the way around that are like at a the kind of flanges that you get at a like when you go through a car wash, and those are the things that are washing your car, those thick strips. That whole thing is covered with those. And then they're short. They're like, 2 inches all the way around. It's so nice, man. It's so heavy. And that's all you need. So I've got my grandmother's quilts underneath there on both sides. My one grandmother from one, the other grandmother from the other, right? They both knitted me quilts. Those are underneath, right? And then that thing's on top. And now I get on the quilts and take that thing and just lay it over me, and oh my God, that's all you need. It's so heavy because it's 2 Afghans, right, in one. And what's funny is it's also stealth. So let's say someone was coming over and I didn't want them to see that. You just flip it over and it's a plaid Afghan on the other side with no indication of cannabis except that it's black and green. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Love it. Thanks for noticing it. Yeah, I like to set it up like that, and then I like to jump up there, and the dog jumps up there with me. It's just so he loves it. You always see him sleeping on it. He loves it. Should probably cut that string on there. The whole goddamn thing will probably end metal, huh? Maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Pull the string as I walk away. Walk away. Lying on the floor. I'll soon be naked. It comes undone. I'm gonna finish this bong hit. It's plenty in here. I'm really high, even though my seat is really low. My brain is really high. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is for all. Cyber style. Cheers, everybody. Billy Valentine. I used to get upset when I got a quilt from my grandparents. They had itchy taste in fabrics. Mine are super nice, man. They're very, very nice yarn. High quality. And then, oh, Mark got me a gift, you guys. Mark bought me something. Are you guys ready for maybe the coolest fucking thing that you're going to see all day today? Are you ready? The gift that my buddy Mark, the guy that built my greenhouse, we're always looking at the greenhouse, right? We're always looking at that greenhouse. Mark built that motherfucker by himself with very little help from me at all. He did the whole fucking thing by himself. He's an amazing guy. I want you to see what he got me. It's metal. It's metal. How bad as fuck is this? Oh, it's so beautiful. Now look at this. Watch this. Dude, it's got the fucking specs. It's got the specs. You know that my vehicle only weighs 500 pounds more than that one? With all the new technology and everything. Psh, pss, pss. Bro, there's signs like this that you can get and you mount them inside on the dashboard. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Okay, I'm gonna find the sign so you can just see it. All right. Look at this. Look at this sign, all right? You're gonna fucking love this sign so much. Wait till you see this fucking sign. You're gonna laugh your asses off. You could get this for the inside. You could get it for the inside of your Roxer. You mount it on the dashboard right where the passenger sits. There's this big space right there. So a lot of people I've seen, some people do like a carbon fiber, you know, like a three-dimensional. There's something wrong with my internet connection right now. This search is taking forever. Dude, there's something wrong. Something going on with my Googlers. My Googlers won't Google anymore. I've lost the ability to do a Google. I've lost my ability to do a Google. Anyway, I know exactly what the sign says. I've typed it out twice now, and I could just recite it to you, okay? And if you guys think that this sign is funny, I want you to press number 1 because it's not loading on my computer. The sign says, and it's in big letters, it says, "Warning, no airbags. We die like men. Roxer." We die like men. We die like fucking idiots. I love it. It's so fucking funny, man. Oh, dude, why was my chair up? It should be down. Wasn't that weird? Huh. That was kind of weird. Brody, what you got? Look at the ball, though. Look at this ball. Watch this. Bam! Go get that ball. Go get it. Pick it up. Good boy. Say good boy even though he doesn't do it. He's like, yeah, I'm a good boy. He's just standing there. Come here. You're so cute. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Come here, yo. Because you're my piglet. Oh, my piglet. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your paw. I'm sorry. Pinched your pawpaw. I almost pinched your pawpaw. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I almost pinched your pawpaw. I'm sorry about that. Aw. He's licking my burn on my arm. Hey, you guys thought that was funny? We die like men. Warning, no airbags. We die like men. Roxor. I'm like, the first thing I think is, dude, how can I fucking get airbags for my fucking Roxor? Oh my god. My windshield sucks. It's a fucking thin piece of fucking... I don't know how much fucking pressure it could take. You know, they got badass framed windshields, man. They've got full enclosures that are bad as fuck. The full enclosures are bad as fuck. You get air conditioning, heat, full enclosure. I mean, you can get crazy with these things, you know. You're spending thousands and thousands of dollars, but you know, if you love it. Once this thing is fucking lifted, man, I might be spending a little time in it, you know. Just because it looks so fucking, it's gonna look so cool. Let me tell you what looks fucking cool, man. That lifted, that one that's for sale right now in Texas, man. I'm gonna find you a picture of that one. Let me see. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Nothing is searching, man. Nothing's going through. Huh. It's so stupid. Stupid! I don't know where my phone is. Check my phone. I could try it on my phone. You know, I could do these searches on my phone. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. We could search it on my phone, man. You know? Roxor. Let me see if it comes up. This thing is just like that thing I showed you, but it's got big tires on it, and it's fucking mean as fuck looking. It's got like a level kit on it. I don't think it's lifted. It's just leveled, which means the front is leveled up. It probably has to come up like 2 inches or something, so it's level with the back. The only thing that does it allows you to put bigger tires on so don't scrape the inside. It says I'm offline. What is going on? Dude. Really, though? What happened to my goddamn internets? Switch to cell phone. I'm going independent of the home network system. I would die there if I was going off the Roxor sign, lol. We die like men. Right? Hey, Doc! What's up, son? With me about my Triage oil shirt. You know, I'm telling them about paint oil. Yo, Doc's here, everybody. Right on. On the rocks. Let's see what. No. No. Yes. Dude, that motherfucker right there. Yeah, there, look. Here's a Roxor that's done up like a fucking Jeep. But it's not lifted, it's level. And this one's just got normal tires on it. Like military style rims and tires. To complete the whole fucking thing. Full on military look, but that is a Roxor. Look at that. That's bad as fuck. Spare tire on the back. It's got shovels on the side. Water cans probably. It looks like it's got a toolkit in the back seat, possibly. It's got rope around the fucking, look, it's got rope tied around the front bumper. Look at that shit. I mean, that fucker is bad. They just made that shit stock. 1947. Bam. Hello. Hello, somebody. 1947. Hello, somebody. Bang. So, they literally can paint them to look identical. You can have all the accessories and go full on. Hello, somebody. So I got my water tanks. I'm talking to Mark, and I'm like, I'm putting these on the back bumper. He goes, now you could do that. He goes, well, you're going to block off your gate. He goes, what some people do is they put them back here on top of the wheel well. I go, really? He's like, what do you think about them right here? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Mark's like so smart, man. He's just like, he helps so much. And yeah, I just have to make sure that the cans are going to fit there. But, it's bad as fuck where we're going to put them. I'm going to have to drill holes. These are exciting times. Man, if that part for my Rockster comes today, I'll be so excited. And now I'm waiting for the lift kit to come. When the lift kit comes, I take it to the shop, and have it lifted, buy the tires and the rims. I'm probably going to get 35s. I could probably go as big as 37s. If I get spacers on it, 37, maybe even more. If I just want to get obnoxious, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'll throw the money down for whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. If that thing lifted is going to be so fun and so badass. I can't wait to pull up in it. I wonder what it's going to ride like. How to install agency power intake. Agency power air. Oh, the air box. Dude, yeah, you get a nice new air. They've got like a fucking high efficiency air cleaner. And, oh man, I bet that'll increase your power a couple percent. I wonder if it says. Intake retaining bracket. These intake hold down. Download installation instructions. Cold air intake. Changes the sound of the motor. A simple bolt-on installation with all the hardware included and no modifications needed. What is it? Yeah, what is that? What's it do? What is the cold air intake? I'm going off grid, guys. I'm going off fucking. Oh, hell yeah, Doc, right on. Robert Mulligan. Shouts out to Robert. I'm wearing my Ox Project shirt right now, guys. Right on Smoky Magic 420. My phone's acting really horrible right now. I have to reboot stuff. But all I'm saying is, today, the mail might be coming, and it might deliver me my fucking intake valve for this Roxer. And if that happens, I'm going into fucking Roxer land, bro. I'm gonna be so excited to just have wrenches in my hand and carefully taking shit apart under the hood, and then you know, hopefully bolting this thing on and getting it all in there and making it happen, man. I hope I got all the tools and everything I need to do it. You know, I hope they don't need some special silicone or something I don't have or whatever. Some kind of a fucking hose clamp or whatever. And I hope it might not even arrive today. You know, but if it does, oh god, that'd be so freaking awesome, man. Okay, doesn't improve performance at all. I'm not wasting my time with that shit. Psst, unreal. Nobody wasted time with no performance shit, pal. Psst, unreal. Alright, listen guys, I'm gonna go. I got stuff I have to go attend to. Thank you so much for watching the show, everybody. I love you guys, and I will see you soon, okay? Go check out my friend Ron Placone, ronplacone.com. Check out his other website. It's funny as hell, lucyandron.com. Fantastic comic strip website about him and his cat. Really well done artwork, fantastically written. In addition, check out Ron Placone's YouTube channel, which is Ron Placone. It's Get Your News On with Ron. The channel is Ron Placone on YouTube. And make sure when you subscribe to his channel, you also hit that notifications button next to it and click all. So you always get notified every time Ron goes live. In addition, you can follow him on 3 other platforms: Facebook, Ron Placone, Instagram, Ron Placone, and Twitter @Ron Placone. Let him know that I sent you, and go watch his show. And he mentions and talks about triage oil all the time on his channel. He talks about triage oil all the time. He opens up every show thanking his sponsors, and he calls us a sponsor. So go there and go bask in some of that warmth that he throws out there, because it feels really good. Okay? You guys are changing people's lives and making people's lives better just by being a part of this show and encouraging me to do what I do. Understand, you're all a part of that, and I greatly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you guys on Twitter. All right? It's fun on Twitter. I'll see you there. All right? Just be nice to each other, and don't pick sides, okay? Just listen to each other and love each other. All right, bye guys.